Listen closely, dear souls, to this simple story, for it carries the weight of a profound truth. Once, a little frog, curious and eager, witnessed an elephant by the water. Overwhelmed by the size of the creature, the baby frog rushed back to its mother, exclaiming, "Mother, I have seen a massive animal today." The mother frog, unimpressed, puffed up her body and asked, "Was it this big?" "No, mother, much bigger," the baby replied. The mother frog, in her pride, puffed herself up even more. "Was it this big now?" Still, the baby responded, "No, mother, much, much bigger." In her desperation to be as large as the elephant, the mother frog continued to puff up her body until, boom, her belly burst. Such is the fate of those who, in their ignorance, believe themselves to be as great as the Supreme. This fable, dear seekers, illustrates the dangerous nature of false ego. Like the frog who tried to inflate herself to match the elephant, there are those among us who think they are supreme, who claim they are equal to God. These individuals, puffed up by their pride and ignorance, do not realize their own insignificance. Just as the frog's belly exploded, so too will the ego of those who falsely claim to be Parabrahma, the Supreme Absolute. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has warned against this prideful delusion. He said, "There are many who think themselves liberated, yet without devotion to Krishna, their intelligence is not purified. They are lost in their pride." Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 24.29. The Lord is the master of all energies, and we, the living entities, are His servants. We are never equal to the Lord. Just as a spark can never be the blazing fire, a soul can never be equal to the Supreme. When one foolishly claims to be the Supreme Lord, they are not only misguided but also invite destruction, just like the frog whose body could not bear the weight of her own delusion. By narrating this story, I have often reminded my disciples that it is better to be a good man than to be a big one. False ego is the root cause of our bondage in this material world. A true devotee of Sri Hari never imagines himself as the enjoyer or master of this material world. Instead, they embrace humility, seeing themselves as insignificant dust at the feet of their spiritual master and all Vaisnavas. Remember, dear souls, we can never be Parabrahma, just as Ravana could never be Lord Sri Ramchandra. Embrace humility, and through that humility, find the true path to liberation.